everyone, today we are going to be talking about the properties and changes of matter. Okay, so this is actually starting a new chapter in our science textbook, and this, of course, is going to focus on matter. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and jump right in. There is an activity that you will be completing at the very end of this. Okay. So we're going to talk about first, what is matter? So everything you can see and touch is made of matter, including you. Matter is any substance that has mass. Matter is made of particles that are too small to be seen but still exist and can be detected by other means. Okay? Matter can exist as a solid, liquid, or gas. Matter cannot be created or destroyed, but it can undergo changes that you can observe. We're going to talk about each piece of this in the next slides. So, first thing, what is mass? Mass is the measurement of the amount of matter an object has. Everything that has mass, no matter how small, is considered matter. So I want you to think about this. When you blow air into a balloon, you cannot see the air with your eyes, but you notice that the balloon expands as you blow into it. This is evidence that air is matter because particles are filling the balloon and making it larger. Okay, so think about a balloon that's not blown up. Okay, it's just balloons are made out of latex, okay, typically. So it's just a latex balloon. It's not blown up. It's flat. It can be kind of flat, right? As you blow air into it, the balloon expands and gets larger. So just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it's not there, right? We're blowing air into a balloon, and it's pretty clear that something's happening inside that balloon as you're blowing into it, right? So it's getting larger and it's expanding. Okay, so that's evidence that even though you can't see it, it's still there. All right, we're going to talk about the states of matter. So there are 3 states of matter, which are a solid, liquid, and gas. And I really like the picture that's on this slide. I would pay close attention to this picture because it might be one that you're going to refer back to later. But it shows here the particles. So for a solid, the particles are very tightly packed together, okay? They don't move around a lot. They vibrate a little bit, but they're very tightly packed together. Okay? In a liquid, the particles are more loose. Okay? They're moving around a little bit. They might be bumping into each other a tiny bit. And in a gas, they are moving quickly. They're spaced out further apart. Okay? And they're not hitting each other as much because they're flying past each other at a rapid pace. Okay, we're going to talk about solid first. So a solid is anything that holds its shape. Table and chairs are solid objects. I always use this example because typically we're sitting in a classroom and everybody's sitting at their own desk and in their own chair, okay? So this is a great example. The floor underneath the tables and chairs is also a solid, okay? Your Chromebook is a solid. The walls are a solid. A brick is a solid. Rock, solid, okay? Liquid. A liquid is anything that can fill the shape of its container. As you can see in the image, the water curves with the sides of the glass. Water, milk, and blood are all examples of liquid. Now, the reason why I include blood, I know everybody's like, gross. I include it because every year someone always says to me, Miss V, is blood a liquid? Just because blood is typically thicker, right? It's if you've ever cut your finger and seen the blood, can be kind of thick, right? That's still a liquid, okay? All right, a gas. Gas is matter that takes the volume and shape of its container. So, just like I talked about with the balloon, it takes the volume, it takes the shape of the balloon, okay? Gas is all around us. The air we breathe, the steam coming off a boiling pot, and smoke from a fire are all examples of gases. So, if you've been outside recently and you've looked to the east of Salt Lake City, at our beautiful mountains, you might notice that there's smoke, okay? It's been really bad this last fall, into the fall, end of summer, into the fall, because California is currently on fire. Not all of California, but a good portion of California is on fire. Okay, so the gases from the smoke are coming over to Salt Lake and filling up our mountains, okay? It is not good for us. It's polluting the air that we breathe, okay? Now, I'm not saying you can't go outside and breathe, right? No, if you're outside, please breathe, okay? I'm just saying don't spend extended amounts of time outside right now just because the air is kind of yucky. Okay. Oxygen is a gas that humans need to breathe and live, right? We have oxygen flowing through our body all the time. Whenever we take a deep breath in and out, we are, breathing in oxygen. Trees use carbon dioxide, which is another common gas that you're going to hear a lot about. And gases are necessary for many living things to survive. So, this picture is a picture of a pot, okay, on top of a stove, and it's boiling. So you can see the steam coming off that pot because it's very hot. And when the steam, the particles from the water hit the air, that's what creates that vapor, and that's what creates that steam for you to be able to see it. All right, your turn. You will be completing a learning activity following this lesson. You may refer back to this presentation to help you. Okay, so you're going to go back to our site and you're going to click on, I think I'm going to label it probably states of matter. Anyway, it's right there with science. You're going to click on that button and you're going to go ahead and complete the learning activity that's associated with this